Hello, my dear crafters, another Easter project for you. And today we're going to decorate this miniature crate. I think we can call it miniature, it's just very tiny. So I bought this at the dollar store. I'm sure you can find it at Michael's, Joann's, they all have their own versions. But if you do have a Dollar Tree or dollar store nearby, go to their craft section where they have the wood, and that's where I got this. So today we are going to do a paper transformation with this. We usually paint, that's what I usually do. I either do decoupage with napkins, I can show you, I can have a video showing you how to do that in the future. When I play with wood, or I use acrylic paint and I paint it, but today all we're going to use is paper. So we're going to transform this into a beautiful, colorful Easter focused crate. So today we are doing paper transformation, or like I also call it paper magic. Just look at this. So that's what you're going to have at the end. It's fully covered with paper. All you need is a little bit, some of your scraps, beautiful paper, and that's what you're going to have at the end. So let me show you how to do this. So the paper I'm using is the Simple Story. Still trying to finish this paper pad. It's 6 by 8, beautiful colors, all Easter inspired. So I still have a few options here, but really nice paper. I chose 2 different sheets. And here's the way I do this. So I measured the size of the strips here, which are, I believe, 5.5 by 3/4. And then the side, I will show you how to get the paper cut precisely this size, okay? So here's what I have. I have the strips of paper already cut, the perfect size. So I have a few here. And this is the sides, but I'm going to show you how to do that, how to get this cut, okay? So, oh, and this is the bottom. This is gonna go here, because I really want to cover the whole thing. You can use either a soft brush for you're going to spread the glue, or you can use this. It depends, like this I would use for bigger surfaces like this, like the bottom. But here, since we have a gap, so I'm gonna use this here just to spread the glue. Let me show you the glue that I use. I use just basic tacky glue that you can find anywhere. It's really easy to find. You can use Mod Podge if you have that too, but this is the one that I'm going to use today. So first, let me show you how to get this cut, okay? Because it has a hole, so I just want to show you how to do that. So I want this side out. So I'm just gonna turn it around. And it's very easy. So what I do is, I just place it perfectly aligned here. The bottom, you know, the side here, it's perfectly aligned on the sides. And it's actually cut to the size that I need, but if it's longer, you just align 2 sides and then you turn it around. And the way you're going to do it to make sure that you get this area here, let me show. I'm going to just hold it up so you see what I'm doing, okay? Like this. So I get a pencil like this. Let me make sure that it's all aligned here, because what you do is you use a pencil and you just go around like this, and to make sure that it goes all the way here is what I do. So I just make sure that it gets the edges right. So there you are. And then also I'm gonna make sure again that it's aligned. It is. And then you just mark with your pencil again the edge. And that's that. And then after that, all you need to do, you just use your scissors for the lines, right? The lines are pretty easy. And for this here, I use my Fisker's finger blade. So it makes it much easier. Let me just zoom in for you, but you can just use a regular, let me show you the other one that I have here, just a regular one like this, okay? Whatever you feel comfortable with. So basically I have the outline here, and what I do is I just use my blade and I cut the outline. I just follow the lines, turn the paper, always turn the paper and not your finger. It makes it easier, especially to get the round areas. So there you are. Whatever you feel comfortable with, so I'm just turning. Sometimes I use you see what I'm doing? Let me just move it up. So yeah, it's basically just cutting, guys. If you get it with your pencil, if you get it right, there will be no problem. There you are. So I have it cut. Let me just try it to see what it looks like. And sometimes it doesn't look like really perfect. And what you do is, the other tip that I have for you is I use a marker because I don't like the way that it looks like the outside here. So what I do is I just press it down with my bone folder and I use a marker like this and just go around. It really makes a difference. Kind of adds this colorful edge to it, and in this case I just use a marker that is pink, so it goes with this. So there you are, that's what you do. Not hard at all. So I'm going to use these two here, and here's how I'm going to, let's start with these stripes here. So let me just, I don't think we need to be that close. So the way that I decided to do is to have this in the middle and these two, because I love the flowers. So I'm going to have the flowers on the top and the bottom like here. So all you need to do is just place a little bit of glue, and I'm going to do a couple and then I'm just going to come back with it finished. So make sure that you have enough like this. And the main thing that you need to do is to make sure that the edges are full of, I'm gonna use my brush. So you just brush it and spread it to make sure that the whole area has glue. And you will see when you need more. I need more on this side here. So I'm just gonna make sure that it's all spread, but spread it outwards like this to make sure that the edges have enough glue, okay? Because you don't want it coming off. So make sure that the corners and the edges have plenty of glue. And I think we still need a little bit here. There you go. And this glue, it dries clear, so that's good. That's good enough. Let me just spread a little more here because it has a little bit too much. So that's what you do, and you just place. It's perfectly aligned because I cut it the perfect size. I use my bone folder just to make sure that there are no bubbles. So especially the corners here. I'm gonna do another one for you. Again, there's a lot coming out right now of this glue, the glue bottom. But that's okay, I just dab it like this to make sure that I have a little bit everywhere. And when I think that it's enough, I think it needs a little bit more here. Then I get my brush again. There you are. Again, do it outwards like this to make sure that the corners have enough. There you are. I love working with wood. I love painting it too. There you go. I do a lot of shadow boxes, so that's when I use wood the most. There you go. Looks good, but paper is a fantastic way of decorating wood too. I have used it over and over again. I'm always happy because we have all this beautiful paper, and it's a wonderful way of using your scraps too. So look at this. I'm gonna pull it up a little bit. Use your bone folder to get all the air bubbles out. And it dries really fast too. I like this glue. This glue is fast dry, I believe. Yeah. Tacky glue it's called. I'll have the link below to you. So I'm going to do one of the sides, and then I'm going to do the rest and come back when I'm done, okay? So you don't need to see me doing the whole thing because it's the same. Come on, glue, come out. This glue is a little bit old, so it's kind of heavy and thick, but that's okay because you use the brush to spread it, so it doesn't really matter. There you are. Where is the brush? There. So again, make sure that the edges here have enough glue. You don't want it coming off. And the corners. You will see because it shines where the glue is, so you will see where you have. And again, if you have Mod Podge, I'll have the link to both. They're both great. Mod Podge is wonderful for decoupage. I do a lot of decoupage, which is paper too, but I use a lot of napkins. Napkins are fantastic. I don't know if you guys ever used it. So here we are. Make sure that this is right here. And if you have some edges that you need to trim, that's not a problem. It's better to have more paper than less, because you can always just trim it. Use your bone folder, especially for the edges here, like this. Oh, it's starting to look good already. Okay, so I'm going to do the rest, and I will come back. See, it has a little bit too much here, just a little hair that you need to cut here too. Not a problem, we're just gonna cut that off, okay? That's very easy. You can just use either your finger blade. I can use that and just cut it off like this. Very easy, see? There you are. Make sure that you don't have, because if you have too much paper, you may have a problem in the future because, first of all, it doesn't look right. And second of all, it can get in the way and it starts to come off. So there, so I trimmed all the excess here. So let me do this. See, there is still some excess here. I always cut it a little bit more than what I need because, again, it's easy to cut it off. See, just like a tiny hair that's coming off here. There you are. And now it's perfectly cut. Let me get this hair. See? Perfect edge. So I'm going to do the rest and I will come back. I'm going to do this side, this, and the bottom, and I'll come back and show you what it looks like, okay? So here it is. Look at that. I already covered the whole thing. Isn't that a transformation? I really think it's magic. It's beautiful. Now all we need to do is to, before of course we fill it up with goodies, I have got some ephemera here that is from Echo Park. I'll have the link below for you. Welcome Easter frames and tags. I have been using this throughout my whole series. So I have some double-sided foam adhesive here just to make it pop a little bit. So we're going to remove that and add that to one of the sides. So let me just look at it, make sure it's placed correctly. There you are. Look at that. Makes a difference, doesn't it? So that's one side. Let's move to the other. The other one is also from the same ephemera collection. It's called Welcome Easter. I'll have the links below to all of this, okay? This is another one. for the other side, let me see if this is good. Looks good to me. Again, with some, you know, double-sided foam adhesive. And it's ready, guys. Look how beautiful this is. Isn't this so different from the beginning? And now comes the fun part. But before we do that, I'm going to add some activities for the kids. This is going for a kid, so I'm going to have some chocolate, but also some activities. And I just wanted to show you that you can use this same technique. I bought these bunnies, let me show you, and these eggs were the same. They were just wood at the Dollar Tree. You might remember from my haul. And this is what I did. I did the same thing. I covered it with paper. Look at that. See, one side is not covered, the other one is. Same thing with the eggs. The eggs, I did both sides. So this is just another idea for you, because you can do this with anything wood, okay? But the idea here is these are going to decorate the inside, but these are also going to be an activity for them, because I have some paint here for them. So the first thing we do is let's add some of this, because I think it really creates an atmosphere of a gift. So that's that. And then we're going to just fill it up with whatever you have for your kids. I'm going to put this paintbrush here. So I'm going to have some of these to color. So I'm just going to put it around it. I have some blank ones that they will have to color. I have like 4 of these, and I have 2 bunnies. So that's what they have to color. So that's on one side. I'm going to decorate it with the eggs that were all already covered with this, just to make it look very nice. And I'm going to use this too. And now, guys, oh, I have this from the Dollar Tree as well. Some carrots, so that's gonna go here. Just for decoration, it looks really nice. And then let's give them what they want, right? Oh, I have something else here. I think I'm gonna use another one of these for fun, because I want to always add something for fun. And then the rest will be, of course, some goodies that they want, which means chocolate eggs and some Hershey's. So let's just fill it up with Hershey's, chocolate eggs, but they also have some options here to have fun with the family, okay? I'm just gonna pull this up so that they see that this is there too. And I think I have this chocolate here that looks like a carrot too. I'm gonna add it here. I think it needs a little bit more chocolate. And of course, you know my signature. I always have my little envelopes for a note. So I add this little tiny envelope here. You open it up, you write a note, like have a great Easter. And I'm just going to add it because this is actually like a mini card. And there you are. You have a beautifully filled Easter. I knew this would happen. Some Easter crane, look at that. It's beautiful from all sides, and of course it's filled with goodness. So this is my tutorial for you today. I hope you go to your Dollar Tree and you find some of these. They have a lot of other options, or go to your Michael's or whatever you have at hand. And yeah, so I hope you have fun, because it is fun using paper for decorating. Thank you so much for spending your time with me again, and I hope you get to make these. Thank you. Have a good day, okay?